Hello, I'm Bernard Keavy. I'd like to explain today about 10 key drivers that drive your revenue. So it all starts with price times volume being revenue. So what drives price? Well, there's 4 or 5 things you can do with price to get your average price higher. So you could have bundling in extra value. So instead of competing on price, so if you're a restaurant, instead of having keener prices than the one next door, you might do something like free dessert, free wine, free starter. So you're bundling in extra value, which means you can charge more, and that's much more cost effective. That's much more profitable than discounting. So you can bundle in extra value. Now anyone could do that. So what you do is you look to add extra value, and then you charge more because you're providing extra value. And it does a few things. It makes it difficult to compare like with like. So car companies do it. New cars, they all have different things bundled in, so it's difficult to compare. So bundling in extra value will get your average price higher. Having different packages, so gold, silver, bronze, again, that will get your average price higher because a significant proportion of your clients or customers will choose the middle one and some will choose the top one. And if you don't have a top package, then obviously no one can choose that. So that will get your average price higher. Positioning, so what I mean by that is, can you position yourself as being an expert or a specialist to certain key people, i.e. a niche or a market segment, a specialist market, target market? And the more you can position yourself as a specialist or an expert, the more you can charge premium prices, because people aren't going to shop on price in a price competitive market if they see that you're more expert and more specialist. So a specialist position yourself as a specialist or an expert in a target market. That will mean your average price will be higher. And also what a lot of people do is they either discount, which is really bad news, or they don't put their prices up year on year, which again effectively means the same thing because you're discounting to the market. So if you increase your prices, you'll often find that just a 10% increase can increase your bottom line by, well, I mean, I've seen examples 67% or more. It can make a huge difference to you. So, small price increases make a huge difference to the bottom line. On typical gross and net margins, it is about 67% difference for a 10% price increase. So those 4 things you could do to get your average price higher. Now, to get your volume higher, that's a combination of various things. It's basically to do with how long people stay with you, which is retention, and how frequently they buy. Those 2 things, plus the numbers. So the numbers come from your leads and referrals. How many of them do you convert? So leads and referrals generated. Conversion rate gives you numbers of customers, and then how often they buy. Well, how frequently, first of all, can you get them to buy with regular offers? How long can you keep them as customers? So you need to reactivate past customers and keep existing customers happy. And also, you can get your volume up by having cross-sells and upsells. So a cross-sell is when someone buys one thing from you, you sell them something else as well. Shoes and shoe polish is a good example. Whereas an upsell is where when they buy something from you, you sell them a larger amount. So it's the coffee shops. Would you like to have a large mug rather than a standard? McDonald's as well. Would you like to go large with that? So I reckon there's 10 strategies there which will work for any business. Maybe not all of them, but certainly some of them. And you've only got to make really small improvements in your average price and your frequency, your volume. Slight improvements can make a huge difference to your bottom line. As I said, a 10% improvement in price will often add 67% to your bottom line, and the same with volume. If you do the 2 combined, you'll be astonished how much difference you can make to your bottom line profit. Now, we'll be covering some of these areas later in a webinar that I'm sharing with my colleague Paul Hopkins. It's 12 noon Eastern Daylight Time US or 5 p.m. UK time. It's on Zoom, so you go to zoom.us, you join a meeting, and the meeting number is 720-729-3263, and there's no password involved. So if you're interested in finding out more about how to do all this, then please join us later. And just to recap, price times volume gives you your revenue. Obviously then your profit margins tell you what your profit is. So price times volume, small increases in price and volume will make a huge difference to your bottom line net profit. So I hope you found that interesting and useful. If you could like it and share it, I'd be really grateful. And if you're interested, join us in our Zoom webinar. It's only about half an hour. It's free. And basically what we're looking to do is to give people ideas and strategies to implement now, so that, you know, as they're beginning to fully reopen, they can really hit the ground running and make some really huge cash flow and profit instant gains. Thank you very much for watching. I'm looking to recruit a business coach in order to help me handle existing global demand for business coaching services. And in particular, I'm looking for someone to run our Northeast US division. If you're interested in finding out more about this opportunity, which involves absolutely no financial risk or upfront investment, then go to coachforprofit.com/Bernard, watch a short 8-minute video, and if you think there's anything of interest there, then book a time and let's talk. And thank you very much for showing interest in this opportunity.